Welcome back, guys. This is Nick up here at Maple Motors in Hendersonville, Tennessee, and today we're going for a ride in a 1955 Chevy 210. Decoded the motor, 3970010. This is a small block 350 with power steering. I hear a little bit of an exhaust leak, and it sounds like it's coming from right over here, maybe the gasket down there on the exhaust. I do hear it sucking some air. This one has the disc conversion in the front, drum in the rear, exhaust in the middle. It sounds like it's cut off in the middle. There's a little bit coming through here. I'm almost wondering if it's got cutouts. I haven't actually checked that yet. Let's see. Oh, there's a switch. Yep, cutout. So now she's nice and quiet. Ooh, now she's loud. It was halfway. That's a lot louder. Cool. If you're new to the channel, hit subscribe, share, hit like. We learn everything about the cars that we get in. Through the videos here, it lets you know everything about them. That way when you get here, you know it all. Check out the detailed pictures at maplemotors.com. I have finance and I have shipping. I get this thing anywhere in the country. For now, it's about that time. Let's go for a ride. What a pretty interior. I love the color scheme on this car. It's nice and clean. Same with your package tray. Your headliner looks great. Still got the cover on the light here. A lot of those covers usually break off when somebody tries to change the bulb. It starts up easy. It's quiet when you want it to be, or loud whenever you feel like changing the exhaust. You got the switch right here that does that. So that's closed. That's open. And a pretty sweet sound to it. But it is nice when you don't want it to be so noisy. Let's try the wipers. See if they work. Yeah, they do. Pretty fast. Place your bets. Do you think the horn works? We're gonna be trying that out here in a minute. Blower motor is cutting on. No AC. Tack is working. Odometer seems to be broke. I can't quite make out what it is. Of course, I can't stand behind that in a 1955 model. Radio looks like it cut on, and it is working. Let's see if we can cut her back off. Let's go ahead and try that horn. Did you place your bets? Because if you said it worked, you were wrong. Tilt column, turn signals, popping up on the dash on both sides. Good deal. We got her warmed up. Let's go ahead and hit the road and see how she runs and drives. So in this video, I'm going to be test driving this car, pointing out any kind of flaws I can find. That way you know everything about it. Check out some other videos. We've got over, I think 2,200 videos now, so we're going to keep them going. Let's take off, guys. Power steering feels pretty good. Speedometer's coming up on the dash. Steering's nice and tight. As soon as I turn, it turns. Need to tighten up the rear view mirror here. What y'all think? They got kick down hooked up? We're going straight as an arrow. Let's try the kick down. Not hooked up, but this car's pulling strong. See if we can shift down. Feels pretty good. What about the brakes? They feel pretty good too for manual. Go down into first here. Back on the brakes. Everything's checking out A-OK on this one. So the gas gauge is not working on this. It's not even popping up on the dash here. I do know it's got fuel though, because when we first got it, they put about 5 gallons. They told me at least. They put about 5 gallons in it, so we should be good on fuel. I'm gonna run around back here to the church, and I want to get some undercarriage shots. I want to light the undercarriage up for you, and I'm gonna drive through the parking lot, kind of give you an outside perspective. It feels like a pretty hot motor. Sounds good. And for the outside views, I'm gonna open up the exhaust. Just like so. Let's have a little fun, guys. Getting ready to take off here, look around. So the old Bel Air ain't getting no hotter. Oil pressure is grand. Got my foot on the gas, GoPro on my head. Let's take off here. Reverse? I ain't tried that yet. All right, so we're nice and quiet now. I think we're gonna open her back up for the second half of the test drive. Plus, I like this switch. Got her down. Had a little bit of a stumble when we first took off. I think that's where I'm driving around the parking lot, just kind of putting. You know, on these older cars, sometimes they'll start to load up a little bit when they're cammed. Now that we're running down the road, it seems like it cleared out like that. Nice and smooth. The suspension on this is great. I mean, overall, to me, this is a really, really good running and driving car. It's got a few extra features to it. And it's got a few chips and scratches, so you ain't got to worry about parking it at Walmart. The column that they put in here, the chrome column, and the switches are set up nice and tight. Just nice and smooth. We're gonna go ahead and get turned around, head back to the lot. Before we do that, I like cruising through here just day by day. This guy down here has got so many different toys. Let's mess with him. Hey, we got this switch, we can use it still. So this is Brian's Motorsports back here. He's always customizing cars, new cars, old schools. He's doing Jeeps, donks, classics. I mean, pretty much anything you could think of, he's got it. So there's one of these. He does a lot of Forgiato stuff. That's an Impala right there that's set up on a set of wheels that he put on there. He also did the Rubicon over here. That's a set of Forgiatos too. It's like he got Oldsmobiles sitting right there. I'm telling you, he does a little bit of everything. He's got a lot of donk stuff that he's doing all the time. He does a lot of football player cars too. And he does the Jeeps right. I mean, like, look at this one. That looks great. It's sitting up. It's got the right wheel and tire combo. That looks good. It's got the old OBS trucks. I love those wheels. US mags on that one. He customized and built this truck as well. Check him out, briansmotorsports.com. You can check him out here on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram. Tell him Nick from Maple Motors sent you, and he'll get you hooked up. Let's mess with him. See if we can find somebody out here. Ain't nobody outside. Man, Billet Specialties. Whole lot back there that he's trucks and stuff that they work on. I think a lot of personal vehicles too. You know, they got them hooked up. Let's give him a little something, something. Yeah, he's got a full wheel and tire shop right in there. it's just worth checking out. I mean, it does interior, stereos, pretty much everything. So we're gonna head on back to the lot now. Huge old bump in the parking lot. I don't know if I want to get out of this ride. It's nice and comfortable. Jump on back over here. All right, guys. Thanks again for watching. I'll see you in the next video. We're back at the lot. All right, this is the part where I walk around picking out the flaws. I'm looking for chips, scratches, rust, any kind of imperfections that you need to know about inside out of the car. We're gonna check the trunk and get her started up, listen to the motor again. And then we'll conclude the video. Before we do that, please hit subscribe, please share and hit like. I do need your help. That helps me out quite a bit when you do so, and I thank you in advance. Also, maplemotors.com has finance and shipping and detailed pictures of this ride inside out and underneath. That way you get more information on every car that is provided. So let's get started here. All right. Up here in the front, nice new chrome bumper. Nice and pretty. Headlight bezels, turn signals, all that stuff's been replaced. Looks like even the trim around the grill. The grill itself hasn't been replaced. You see, it's got some imperfections in it. Got some chips around the trim there. Got some chips right here. Also here. Nice and clean, aluminum radiator. It's like a Holly carb sitting on this one too. But down the lower portions first. See a lot of imperfections on the paint right here. A little bit of orange peel, fisheye. Bubble in the paint right here. Chip right here. Big old chip. Got some chips at the bottom too. Hazy marks right there in the middle of the door. One more chips. Paint job on this one is not perfect. Got some scratches on the back here. Yeah, looks like they replaced this rear bumper. I got a rubber magnet tag on there. It doesn't affect anything. Dual exhaust, chrome tips. Looks like they replaced the trim around the tail lights too. Maybe even, yeah, even the tail lights look new. You do got a big old chip right here. Move back this midsection. Trim looks pretty good. A little dirty up in the gas cap there. A little bit of orange peel inside this door. In this big section here, it's got some hazy marks. Get that chip from earlier. Over the top of the fender, light scratch there. Light scratch right here. Mirror on this one is in great shape. Fairly new door handle. See that window's got a big old crack in it, needs to be replaced. I don't think I'd roll it up and down. That might be a big no-no. Big old chunk of paint missing here. Hopefully the wind's not causing too much of an issue on the camera here. It's very windy, it feels great out here. We'll go ahead and hit the roof and the back window, but I'm gonna go ahead and do the trunk first, and we'll get it all shut down and start from the back. Seal in the trunk is new, and they did a pretty good job of putting it in. A little bit of moisture got in here. Seemed like when I opened the trunk, it came out of the, somewhere on the lid here. I washed it before we started the video so that we can get a good look at the car. Got some chips in your jam. A lot of chips on the trunk lid. Water may have came out of there. It looks like a weak spot. Insulation on there has been painted over too. Let's go ahead and lift this up. You can see like an old weld that was up in here where they welded it and painted it back. You're getting to something worth it. Package tray, solid. Looking good. Go ahead and push all this back up in here. Oh, come on. There we go. Spare tire jack. And instructions. Let's go ahead and shut this down. Keys are in the ignition, so I won't lock them in the trunk here. Trunk comes down nice and easy. It looks like they even got the new tail piece here. Let's see. And it's shut. You do got chips around the edge there of the trunk. It's pretty good on the back here. Back window, pretty clean. Roof. Nice and clean. Let's make sure this door is shut all the way. Looks like it's hanging a little bit on top here. See how it's got a little bit of a gap. It's all even, but it's a little bit spaced too far. Coming around the front, you got some pitting on your vent window. Cracks right here. Okay, and I'm starting from the front for the shadow. If I start from the back, all you'll see is my shadow, and I don't want anything blocking the view. So let's get started here. Up in the front, you got good tires, you got nice coys. I do like these wheels. You got some blemishes right there on the paint. It's like a little spot there I just wiped off, actually. Chips at the bottom. Got a few other chips right here. Crack right here in the paint. Back that midsection trim looks pretty good. Some chips right there in the middle of that trim. Trying to cover the whole car. Going a little bit slower, as you can tell. Blemishes there, middle of the door. Edge of the door there has got some extra wax left over. Right here, you got some light bubbles on this line. A little spot there too. Top of the fender here is a little spot. Little bubble there. Chip right here. Front windshield looks pretty good. Trim around it looks great. Seal looks good too. It's fairly new. chip here. Chips down in the edge there. You got nice crack in the paint here. Spot there as well. Cracks in the bottom. There's also cracks between the bumper and the car there. And back over the trunk. Okay, so I got to go ahead and shut down the hood. We're going to check out the interior, trying to find all the flaws that I can so you know exactly what you're getting. We don't hide anything here. We try to stand out and be the most honest dealer we can be. If you haven't noticed already, we try to buy stuff that has chips, scratches, flaws, imperfections, stuff that we don't fix at all. We just tell you what's wrong with the car and try to keep it below the national average or below any other dealer around. Let's go ahead and check this interior out now. So the seal looks like it's been replaced. See where they've painted this. Got a little crack down here. A couple chips. Coming up on your door panel. Nice and clean. It's not perfect. You got some spots popping up here. You actually got a little bit of wear here from where it rolling the window up and down. You probably clean that up a little bit better. But we've been going through so many cars here lately. We're trying to just get them ready so we don't run out of stock. Coming down the bottom. Always look at the bottom of your doors. You want to check that before you purchase any car. You got a little bit of spacing gaps right there. You can see where they've welded it before in the jam. And that's so low you wouldn't notice that unless you got down here. So carpet got some stains. Definitely got some stains. It may be able to be cleaned up, re-dyed, because it's not tore all up. I mean, it actually, a good dye would clean that up pretty well. I like the mats too. Those are some nice mats. Back seat on this one's in great shape. Even the ashtrays are clean. Sweet. Your back window definitely needs a new window. Like I said, I wouldn't try to roll that down. It may be all right, but it also may not be all right. I'm gonna try to just start it without giving it gas again. If I'd have gave it gas, of course it would have started right up, but I like trying. Your gas pedal on this car right here is falling down. The back of it is not going to connect anymore. Looks like they put some kind of plate back here trying to make it work, but it's just not going to work. Old fella told me once, put something behind the gas pedal and you won't blow your motor. I don't know if anybody's ever heard that before, but he's right, because I've blown some motors back in my high school days. All right, looking around the dash here. See on the visor here, they had a mirror and it stained the visor a little bit. Probably clean that up. I'm not sure what that is. Biker State Lube. Always keep a thing of lube in your car. Let's keep toothpicks. What? All right. I guess guess I'll put that back in the bag. Nice and quiet with the exhaust closed like that. All they do is route it to a muffler. You flip the switch the other way, it just bypasses it. I can barely hear that exhaust leak now. It's on the other side. It may have heated the seal up. You can still hear it though. Looks like they got the heater core hooked up. I can actually feel the heat coming through the car. Under the hood here, you got some imperfections. They also replaced this one. You got a little bit of a bubble here. You got a little bit of a scratch in the paint there. Orange peel. And if you don't know what orange peel, think of an orange peel on the side of it. It's kind of what the paint looks like right here. Chips there, chips there. A lot of chips. A lot of times these come from where the hood's not exactly lined up right. And we're about to find out because I'm gonna shut it down. But it's gonna also been adjusted since then. Come on down with it. I'm barely pushing it. It's coming down nice and easy. That was very easy to shut. Exactly what happened. It chipped up the front when they were trying to get it lined up. Real tight lines on this one. Chips there. Slight ding here. Real slight. And they've replaced a lot of the chrome on the wipers too. Say all the way around the car, they've done a lot of chrome. Everything's nice and clean. Guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Look at those detailed pictures we provide. I also have financing and shipping. That is at maplemotors.com. It's our website. Hey, join me on TikTok. Join me on Snapchat. There was something basically that I posted earlier that none of y'all get here on YouTube. I do that every day. Post all kinds of stuff on there. Give you the inside scoop. All you do is sign into Snapchat, type in Maple Motors, go ahead and follow us. You can do that on TikTok as well. Try to put out videos on all of these social medias for you pretty much daily. I do appreciate you watching. I'm going to go ahead and head back to the lot and grab me another car. Try to get as many as I can get done in one day. All right, guys, look at those detailed pictures just in case I missed anything. Jeff is my uncle. He does the detailed pictures. I do the videos. I'll see you in the next one. Later.